Damn, that's a really cool intro. Oh, is that it? The mic?
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to MAViSMITH Podcast number
31.
31. You really?
Yeah.
Got 30 down here. Cool.
Definitely 31. You always miscalculate it every week.
I know. It's my problem. Podcast number 30. I'm Mav and I'm joined here with GFA. If you don't know what MAViSMITH is a content creation company owned by myself and GF to the A. We have a YouTube channel where we upload content ranging from short films to music videos. We upload whatever we want and we are open to suggestions. We also stream games on Twitch at twitch.tv/MAViSMITH, which is where you can find us swearing in every video because YouTube has stopped that. You can catch us on all social media under MAViSMITH, but we mainly focus on Instagram. For example, we went live on Instagram before we went live on Twitch because for the culture. So make sure you follow us on there. Topics today range from horror stories and GFA Steam got hacked, no bamboozle. Find out why at the end of the podcast, 2 hours in. That's all I've got.
Cool.
That's it. No bamboozle. Well, technically bamboozle because his Steam didn't get hacked. His Uplay did, but me saying his Uplay got hacked is kind of lame.
Not quite as exciting, is
Not
it?
as exciting as Steam getting hacked. And yes, that cool intro was done by ya boy, me. Been editing a little vlog for the YouTube chan.
He says that every week, by the way. You're going to hear about that intro every single week.
You got damn right. There's a little joke in the vlog. The podcast will not be 2 hours long. I don't know. It might be. It depends how long. I've been up for about 38 hours now. So
Look at his eyes. If I could zoom in, I'd show you.
I'm asleep right now. I'm actually asleep. This is my non-brain talking. Right?
Right, yeah. Okay.
First of all, we saw Ready Player One yesterday. Holy mother of cow. Oh yeah, sorry, a complete side tangent, but try not to swear. I've chucked about 4 different topics at you, and you've got to try and work out which one I'm talking about now.
All right, Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Non-spoiler. We're not going to spoil. I think, right, I was saying this, we should actually make a quick spoiler-free video to go up on YouTube, because before the film comes out, people might be searching that.
Yeah. So
it might be worth doing that with the camera. Maybe we'll do that on Thursday before we stream. Anywho, yes, we saw Ready Player One, and it was incredible.
Amazing. We finished the film, we looked at each other and went, I want to sit through that again now.
It's very rare that we do that when it comes to the films and stuff. When we go and see a film, it's like we usually, if it's a bad film, we'll both turn and go, that was pretty crap. And if it was a really good film, we'll both turn and go, that was all right, or that was pretty good. But on this occasion, it was just one of those films where we saw it and we were both like, Jesus Christ, I could sit through that again. Like it wasn't a good film. Like it wasn't like 3 Billboards where you're like, bloody hell, the acting and script writing in that film was incredible and the screenplay. It's nothing like that. But for entertainment purposes, I couldn't recommend a better film.
Damn straight.
Okay, I'm glad you're very full of conversation. You right there?
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the last bit of my
You've whacked that mic about 17 times since we started.
Did you like McDonald's? I love McDonald's. Well, McDonald's is my third home. GFA's home being my second. And my home being my home. McDonald's is my third home. Costa's my fourth and Asda's my fifth.
I would probably agree with you at this point, yeah. Oh no, I think my third would be my fucking office. Oh, I've just sworn already.
How? I am trying, so I'm sweating right now.
It's because it was about an angry subject. My damn office.
It was so funny. We sat down and we were like, right, let's not to swear. And you feel just when I get annoyed at topics that make me angry, like gun control and mental health, I get angry and I just can't be bothered. I just F this and F this. You were just talking about McDonald's and you swore, bro.
No, I was talking about my damn office.
All right, your damn office. Is damn a swear word?
Not here. In the UK, it's not classed, but so apparently America, they don't like it.
Someone in the chat says, because I've not got my glasses on and we haven't got it on the big TV, so I've got it over there. I'm kind of trying to, I'm just reading a quick viewer question. McDonald's or Burger King? I've never had Burger King, bro. Or girl, sorry.
It's Sarah.
Adriana QT. I can't see shit. I can't see pit.
Wow. All right, let's right. This is it. New policy. We don't refer to the chat, and we don't swear. I say new policy. We say every week.
Every sidetrack. I have the attention span. I have the attention span. No, I have the attention span of a 2-year-old minus one.
Minus another one.
Especially now that I'm so tired, my attention span is just completely out the bit. Ooh, candy. Completely out the window.
It's pretty shoddy.
But yeah. So yeah, Ready Player One, incredible. Absolutely mind blowing.
Without any spoilers, I think we should do a video on it. So let's not spoil too much or talk about too much.
Yeah.
We should just, all we're going to say is if you like entertainment and you like pop culture movies, pop culture games, and pop culture music, like Back to the Future, Terminator. If you love those kind of movies and you would understand references, go and see this film as soon as it comes out because you'll love it. If you're not really up to date with films, you don't watch a lot of films, it's probably not for you. But it's a very.
Have you told Cara and Boyle about?
You've just kicked the camera, bro. How are you so like?
Dude, I'm so long. I'm about 5 bald eagle wingspan in height.
The clumsiest person in the world.
Dude, my feet are tickling the tripod.
Why don't you move them somewhere else then?
My arm's tickling the mic.
You just have no control over anything.
If you told, I have no control. I'm out of control, bro.
Useless.
If you told Karen Boyle about what's in, I didn't get the reference because obviously I don't watch it.
Right, no, I haven't actually.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, we're just kind of just spitballing here. Go and see Ready Player One. It is literally.
You can see chat now. There we go.
Oh, thanks, bro. I was chat over there. Yeah, no, absolutely incredible film. It actually upset me at work thinking that I've got to wait 10 days to go to see it. That's what upset me the most.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, let's get to our first topics today.
We've got loads to go through. That's just the topics that.
First of all,
yep.
We don't write down our topics in full length. We write down keywords that we write down keywords that
help us. Well, at the time we're like, no, we'll remember that. Then when it comes to it, we read it and we go, what on earth does that mean? But I think we've been quite specific. I know what all those mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one's the. I haven't got my laptop, so I can't do any research. So I bet I'm guessing that I'm just going to sound like an absolute idiot.
Why don't you use your phone?
That's everything, bro.
Right here.
Right here.
I can do it on here.
Nah, that's cool, bro. So there was an airline in America called something, probably like Canadian Airline or like Los Angeles Airline. They're always named after countries. Never fly with a. Well, to be fair, we were still talking about flying with Norwegian Airlines. Don't ever fly with a plane company that's got a country name in its name. Which is funny because that's actually our second point.
That thing's coming down, mate. It's sliding.
Good looking. Jesus! Get a smaller whiteboard! Gee, that's heavier than my weights at home. For people that don't follow us on Instagram and whatnot, GFA, we had a budget of about £200,000 and GFA spent £199,999 on a whiteboard. And it's huge.
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 We're going to be in a while. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Almost as big as the wall in America. But yeah, no, so there goes the fucking lid. Oh, there goes the ducking lid.
Right, stay on topic. I'm going to have to leave for these topics because you've spoke for the last minute and you've just made no sense.
Do you know the story of the airline?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the full story, but I know what happened.
I don't know. That's why I should have my laptop with me. But go ahead.
Right, from what I know, because I've listened to the same podcast you listened to where you heard it. There was an airline in Murica where this family boarded the plane and they took their little puppy, and for some reason they took it on the plane. I thought you had to put them in like a special cage under in the luggage compartment, but apparently not. Apparently you can now take puppies on planes and you have to put them. The rule policy is you put them between the seat in front of you during takeoff and whatever, and then you can have them in your lap or whatever. Anyway, they had this puppy on a plane. I don't know how old the dog was, a couple of months. the air stewardess came past and said, "You're going to have to put that dog in the overhead." They're like, "What?" Yeah, you're going to have to take the dog and stick it in the overhead compartment with the luggage. And they were like, "Oh, okay. I suppose if that's the policy of the airline, it must be the common thing." It wasn't. The air hostess had no idea what she was talking about. They put the puppy in the above head compartment, closed it. 3-hour flight. Not once did the owners get up to check if it was alive. They just thought, it's fine. It hasn't barked in a while, must be asleep. When they landed, they opened it, the dog was dead. The dog had died.
Whose fault is it?
So,
I'm sorry, what dog owner is not checking?
exactly. Like, why would you not have the dog in so why would you not check on the dog first of all, straight after takeoff? If that was my dog,
Yeah,
and
it'd be on my lap, fight with him. The seatbelt. We've all seen Key and Peele's turbulence video. I'd get up, I'd use the bathroom because you're completely legally allowed to do so. And on the way back, when there's no one around, I'd grab the dog and sit in the car.
Yeah, it's absolutely insanity to think that they've just gone, right, put the dog above there, leave him be, he'll be all right, and then haven't at any point during the flight checked on the poor little pupper. And it's died during the flight, and they haven't even checked on it. And at the end, they're surprised. They open it overhead. They think, it's only been up there 3 hours. Bearing in mind that I don't know what would have killed the dog, whether it would have been suffocation due to lack of oxygen, whether it would have been the pressure, or whether it would have been just temperature, because obviously those compartments get really cold because they don't have heat blasted into them constantly. I don't know. Most likely suffocation, to be honest. I'm assuming those compartments get a lot of CO2 pumped in. I don't know how it works, but something's killed it. And the dog just died up there, and it was just a horrible, horrible story. And you can't imagine the devastation on the owner's face. But it's they should have been looking after their dog.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the air hostess should have known what the policy was. So
yeah,
combined fault.
It all comes down to gross misconduct.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just barbaric, isn't it?
Yes.
How long are we into the podcast before I could drop the word barbaric?
We have been live for 13 minutes, about 5 of which were the 2 of which were the countdown.
Bro. Yeah, it's all free. I was reading people and they're talking about they were talking about it's the airliner's fault for making them feel bad about keeping them, about having to put them in the airlock. Dude, if my dog goes in the airlock, if it has to go in the airlock, if there's no way
the airlock.
No, sorry, not the airlock.
Okay, yeah, continue.
What am I on about?
The overhead compartment.
Overhead compartment.
An airlock, something like a spaceship or something.
They know airlock.
Right.
Yeah, I would put it up in the airlock.
Right.
Of the seats.
Thanks for confirming.
Fire exits left and right. You would, I would be up there quick as hell. It can survive up there for 10 minutes to take off. But you are not leaving it up there for 8 hours. You're not checking on the dog. What? It's probably pissing up there. It's ditting up there, and that ain't fair, mate.
Keep rolling, bro. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, and it's just yeah. Anyway, it annoys me, and I'm just gonna start swearing, and we're gonna get demonetized off our one view.
Exactly.
So I think it's best we move.
No, it was 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah. Still though.
Oh, okay. See, one, I'm tired, and two, I don't have my laptop, so I can't research and look smart. So you're gonna get real dumb.
Let's come down again, mate.
You know what? When they
For audio listeners on iTunes, Spotify, Chaos Player FM, Blueberry Podcast, wherever you're listening to this, there is one called Blueberry, I swear to God. Wherever they've stolen our podcast and put it on their website, which is fine by us because it gives us free advertising.
just done it again.
Matt has just smacked himself in the face with the mic twice. You can see that on youtube.com/MAViSMITH. No, / whatever, 387Q425, whatever it is.
Give us our permanent code, YouTube.
Need 1,000 subs.
I know you're watching this. Right, do you want to talk about what have you written down here?
Malaysian airline. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like I might have my life taken away. Yeah. Basically, audio is breaking.
No, it's because I was hitting the mic, I think.
I hope so. Let's quickly check. Let's make sure it's not crackly McCrackly.
It's not crackly McCrackly. We can confirm.
So basically, it's scary to even talk about it because I feel like I'll have a hit put on my head. But there is a person that had right. So basically,
what, a hit on your head?
Yeah. No, I'll explain. Basically, there's just people around the world that are getting random voicemails that are being put through to them, but they're making no sense. And it happened just after a solar flare occurred, like last week or something, or the week before. Now, these people getting these voicemails and they couldn't make heads or toes. They were just like, they sounded like they couldn't make head or toes of it, whatever. And it just sounded like blurry, like not just screaming, but like panic and all these like voices and stuff. And they didn't really understand what was going on. Anyway, someone looked into it. One of the messages they got was just like this repetitive talking saying like X-ray 2 Foxtrot 7, and it was just like basically a code. And they were like, "What the hell have I just received?" And they recorded it and they put it onto Facebook. They said, "I just got this." Well, people started investigating it, and it read out something along the lines of "Mayday, Mayday, evacuate," or something. And then it went into coordinates. So it turns out that it possibly could have been. Well, they looked at the coordinates and it was where Malaysian Air 37 MH370 or whatever went down. Not the one that got shot down, the one that disappeared. I think it might be 470. What happened in 2014, I think. The coordinates were where that stopped being tracked and where it went was thought to have gone down. And they started getting voice messages through from like flight cockpit recorders of like Malaysian that scream stuff, and they're thinking prank or whatever. They posted it onto Twitter and they said, "What is this?" And they started getting DMs from people saying, "Take that post down right now," and stuff like this. And allegedly, the person who posted it said that for the next couple of weeks, he's been seeing people taking pictures of his house and stuff. Now, it's all one big conspiracy. We don't know if any of it's credible, so I'm just bringing it up to see what everyone sort of thinks about it. But I heard about this and I listened to the messages, and I can probably find them on my phone quickly if you want to listen to them. And they are creepy as anything. And yeah, genuinely, people were talking about sort of basically being assassinated. They thought they were going to die because people were following them, and they were really worried. So it's crazy.
I'm just listening to the podcast back. I can't hear anything.
It's when you might be moving. Like even if you move the wire, it will crack. It's probably fine now.
But... yeah, that's insane. Conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories. Yeah, it's I spent
cheese ball.
I spent all night last night listening to conspiracy theories, and I went down and down the rabbit hole. Dude, I am not touching this mic, and that's shaking as well. I'm not moving apart from look, but that's shaking. Sorry guys, there's a ghost in GFA's room. Let's just exorcise the demon.
I tell you what happened is when we exercised Carl when we were doing Christmas Fear. The power of Christ compels you.
You've got to put up this GFA. You're goddamn right. I don't know how he does it. I'm an absolute shambles. All right, we're good. It was the back of my chair. no ghost, no bamboozle. Fucking shaking again. There's a ghost there, dude.
Yeah, it's right over my bed. It's where I have ghost.
That's it, bro. Don't get demonetized. We know where you're going.
Ghosty fun with ectoplasm. What do you want? Exercise the demons. Where am I claiming? Good, bro. So let's move on. Unless you have anything to add to that, I just wanted to make people aware that if.
What do you think happened with Malaysia?
Are you moving your legs at all?
No, I'm not moving at all.
What do I think happened? Well, that is a big question. That if I end up being if you find me somewhere in like some dingy basement and I've been like tortured and murdered, then you know why. Aliens. But I feel that the Malaysian. Okay. Well, audio's going to go crackly, ladies and gentlemen.
Try to fix it. Yeah. If you are.
Oh God, no, not aliens.
Nah, it's not alien.
Basically, Malaysian Airlines. Well, this is the worst podcast. Jesus Christ! Right, Malaysian Airlines. If it went down, which it must have, it's crazy to think that no one's found debris. That being said, the ocean is massive. We know more about space than we do about our own bloody ocean. It's incredibly large. We only know about, I think it's something should be like 10% of the. We've only like mapped out 10% of the ocean bed or whatever. It's just it's insane how big the water is, the ocean is. Sorry, and the sea and whatever. It's crazy to think that we haven't found debris because a lot of that debris would float. Not so much bodies, because if they're strapped to the seat, then they're not going to float. But like life jackets, pieces of plastic, pieces of metal, pieces of whatever, like the seats and whatever, it would have broken up on impact if it hit the water. The fact that no debris hit anywhere, and we're no closer to finding out what happened, is actually really scary. It makes you think that maybe it didn't crash, or maybe it landed somewhere, or I don't know. But I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I vividly remember it happening. I was at work, because this is when I was working in London, and I remember it happening, and I remember sitting at my desk and just thinking to myself, "Christ, I hope they find it soon. It's crazy." And then I remember someone saying to me, "Oh yeah, well they're never going to find that. That'll be found in like 10 years' time." And yeah, it's mental. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on.
What?
I'm crying, bro.
What, the water is so big?
No, I'm just tripping. I do after. So, so sorry. First of all, in front of all this conspiracy theories and all this malarkey, congratulations to why the fudge is my mic still moving?
Are you moving your legs?
No, I'm not moving my legs, dude. I'm sitting. Watch the stream back. I'm sitting The only thing moving is my head going left to right.
Oh, it's big head, mate. I mean,
I know it's got its own solar system, but it should be moving.
Every time you laugh, it shakes. Every time you laugh, the whole bloody hell, there
back of my chair's on it. Just mute the mics for 2 seconds.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. No, we've
give us a really perfect.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, and that means I've now got to go through and edit to fix all this. That's going to be an absolute ball ache.
It's the IKEA desk. Naturally, leave it up, bro.
It
gives it a little bit of difference. What other podcast do you know take a pause halfway to fix their mic? No one.
Should we just run an ad there? Like when it goes quiet, about 10 seconds. This podcast is sponsored by nobody. MAViSMITH.
This podcast is sponsored by MAViSMITH, the channel.
Go to www.youtube.com/MAViSMITH to subscribe and to support the podcast today.
Help support MAViSMITH by going to MAViSMITH.
Oh, Christ.
The audio's gone bad on Matt's mic. You've gone bad on your mic.
Has it? Oh, for Christ's sake.
It can't be that bad. I'm going to keep talking and you're tripping. It sounds fine to me. Never mind. You're goddamn right.
Oh, it fixes itself. Okay. Yeah, it's usually what happens is with these mics, they're really strange because they go through a phantom power box. When you touch the metal.
Oh, you said phantom and I thought it was ghost.
Spooky, too spooky for you. And if you touch it, it can send it sort of messes up for like 10 seconds and it goes like, which I'm guessing is the sound it's making.
So one more time, loud into the mic. That's enough, thank you. Damn, it feels so real. I just saw one, seriously, anyone click that? Support MAViSMITH by searching MAViSMITH on MAViSMITH and subscribing to MAViSMITH to support MAViSMITH and MAViSMITH. First of all, before everything on this podcast, congratulations to GFA for becoming an uncle.
I'm clapping myself, don't know why. Yes. My brother had a beautiful little baby girl on Sunday.
And you've already recreated E.T. She could be a film buff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she'll know more about films than anyone ever in the world
Apart
of
from us.
films. Apart from us, obviously, because we'll be the teachers.
We'll be the all-knowing.
But yes, no, yeah, and little baby girl born on Sunday at like like just after midnight. Pretty cool announcement. Anyone that was on the live stream Sunday morning would have seen me leave and heard the good news and said congratulations. So thank you very much.
It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Claps fast. It's a Christmas miracle.
So no, yeah, it's cool. So I went to see little Bubba on Sunday. Little.
Sorry, I know we don't reference the chat, but Mel just put your brother did. That's a miracle. I assumed it was his girlfriend.
All right, my brother's wife. All right,
Great.
but I'm not related technically to his wife, so it's my brother.
But you are an uncle, not an aunt. Are you an aunt? Do you specify as an uncle or aunt? Or auntie? No, uncle.
I prefer you don't assume my gender and
Yeah,
just say that.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, madam.
And
Sorry.
just call me
Z.
Call me brother of brother's father from now on.
Brother's father.
But then brother assumes man as well, so just call me the dude.
Call the dude.
Yeah, the dude that has a brother that has a baby with his wife, not him personally. He personally didn't give birth to the baby.
Yeah. Now we reference. I said earlier about how.
Just move on.
Yeah, move on swiftly. Mentioned earlier that GFA did get hacked.
I did get hacked. That was pretty annoying.
Explain it, bro.
My Uplay account got hacked, but I haven't played a game on Uplay for about a month, so I hadn't actually launched the launcher for a month. And apparently my account was being used for the last like 3 weeks because some of my friends that I play games with were like, oh yeah, I've seen you come on and offline for the last couple of weeks. I just assumed you were playing on your own. I was like, I never play on my own, bro. And they're like, oh, we thought you were streaming or had friends over and playing games. I was like, no, I wasn't. There's some random Turkish bloke. Well, I know he's Turkish because he changed the name. Listen to this. The guy hacked me 3 weeks ago. He's been playing on my account for 3 weeks. He had the audacity to redeem some of my Uplay points that I'd earned by earning achievements over the last like 5 years or whatever, or playing it on Xbox and whatnot. And bought like skins for Rainbow Six, skins that I didn't buy because they were shit, bad. It's too late. We're too far gone at this point.
No, I'm doing well. You're the one that's effing this up.
And nice, well played. And yeah, so he spent my hard-earned achievement points on a skin, and then he had the audacity to change the account name. He left a picture. He changed the account name to some Turkish name, and then added his own friends and started playing with them. He's been playing for the last 3 weeks using my account with his mates. He didn't change the password. He didn't hack my email. He didn't spend any money on the account. He just used the achievement points, which are free. He unlocked some skins. He changed the attachments on the weapons. He started using his own loadout, for Christ's sake. I went on. I was like, what is this?
That's funny.
So yeah, I went on to play Siege, and he had been playing Siege. He's got my kill to death up, and to be honest, I can't complain. My win to loss has gone through the roof, and
just, let him carry on playing.
Got 60,000 XP for the last 3 weeks of not even playing. So I mean, you can't really complain. But oh yeah, he racked up hours. But what a joke! Like, who had? I was so mad. He had like opened, like they just brought an update out for Siege, like the Outbreak update, and it gave you like these crates to get these cool skins and like whatever. Yeah. He opened them. So I don't even know what I got out of them. Like, what was the...
Fuck. I mean,
oh, damn it. I'm really upset. I was like, that's the worst bit about it. So I had to go through this whole palaver of changing my email and setting up two-step authentication and changing my password. And I wouldn't have even known unless one of my friends told me, one of my good pals, the texter going, oh yeah, by the way, your name's changed on Uplay. I think you've been hacked. I was like, oh, cheers, mate. I'll sort out when I get home.
Who was it? Jacob?
Jacob, yeah. Boyle didn't say anything. He's been watching me come on and offline.
Boyle's the technical wizard.
And he didn't even think to tell me that someone didn't even think to say. Yeah.
Fair enough. Anyway, so you're fucking up. I mean, you're ducking up. So
wow.
Right, so the next topic is 2 words, and it's
no. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
And it's ninja money. However, is it ninja money, as in you become a ninja for money?
I like where this is going.
Or are you a money? Are you like a note, like a £20 note, but a ninja?
Do you actually not know what that's about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, really?
Yeah. So you want to talk about
Just to
Ninja?
answer that question, I'm a £20 note that's a Ninja. But continue.
You want to talk about Ninja?
Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah,
I mean,
go
I just
for it.
blabbered on about you play for
go
5
for it.
minutes. Are you too tired to even talk? You just want me to talk?
No, go for it.
Ninja, Twitch streamer. Everyone probably knows him at this point because he is I would say, the biggest Twitch streamer at the moment.
The face of Twitch. Sorry, Doc.
I mean, the doc's definitely more entertaining, but yeah, I mean, Ninja's a Twitch streamer. He's really good at Fortnite. He's built his thing, and he's just got confirmed that he's just breached over 180,000 subscribers, I believe it was, on Twitch.
That's crazy.
That's $2.50 a month he gets just from Twitch subscriptions. That's not to include in the £6,000 donations he gets on a regular basis and all the other smaller ones. That's not including, he's got 5 million subscribers on YouTube as well. 5 million, so he's a big YouTube channel as well. So that's not including that money he's getting from his videos he puts out. Or the 1 million Instagram follows he's got, where he does brand deals. Or his 1 million Twitch and Facebook follows he's got, which he does brand deals to show off shirts and cars and whatever. The bloke is rolling in it. Granted, not as much as Logan Paul with all his merch and whatnot, but I think Ninja's releasing merch, or he might have merch. I don't know a lot about him because I don't really watch him. But the bloke is rolling in it. And he's estimated to be making about 500 to a million a month. 500 grand to a million a month, not 500 quid. That's a big old gap.
That's crazy.
That, for playing games and sitting there with bright blue Dan hair. Nice. Just crazy times we live in.
Insane times we live in. So we've also got Doc's second kid, so Doc 2.0. No, Doc's Little Princess 2.0. Sorry. Doc is a professional Twitch streamer, and he is having his second kid.
Yes, he is.
Did you see him announce it?
Yes, I did. I watched the clip today. Yeah.
Which does that mean she was pregnant when he came out?
No, I don't think so. Because he said he got confirmed on Friday. So usually,
you don't confirm for any less than 6 weeks. I think it's 6 weeks.
It's about 2 months. Yeah.
Come on, girls, we need you. We need your help.
It's about 2 months, isn't it? But from the time of you can find out quite quickly. But I think there is a minimum time scale.
You're not advised to tell people until a certain time.
Oh yeah, I suppose because of
if it goes wrong.
Yeah. It's usually about 8 weeks, so about 2 months. So that would put it right in the middle of January. So that means it'd be just after his comeback stream.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they sorted things out. I mean, I'm not being funny, but 12 weeks, so 3 months. So it might have happened just before.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that happened back in October, didn't it? I think. I mean, there's 2 things to take it really. There's either. So you either have 2 ways to look at it. Either it happened afterwards, it was like a makeup thing, and they decided to stick together, and then they decided to have another baby.
Yeah.
It's gonna go crackly McCracken again.
Yeah.
It's gonna do it anyway, I think, bro.
It's in the hole.
Well,
hey guys.
Sometimes you need confirmation.
But we're back. Yeah.
So there's either 2 ways it happened. Either they had it after all that palaver and they made up and they started trying again. They decided to have another baby and all that, or it happened just before he came out about it, and she may have very well have said, "Oh, I'm pregnant," and he may not have been able to live with the lie or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it could very well be the reason why they stayed together in the end. Yeah. Possibly. You look destroyed. Like you just looked at me, and one eye was looking at the ground, the other one was looking at me. The eyelid was flickering. It was honestly like you had been shutting down. Like I heard the window shut down noise as I looked at you. I just heard doo 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 doo, and one eye was going like flickering, and the other one was like.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I'm just tired, but I'm tuning in. And then we've got Anton Deck. I don't know what happened, so. I'm going to be talking for a while after this, so enjoy this next bit talking.
Okay, just really quickly before we go into it. Sorry, Jay, we're not referring to the chat podcast. things, so we like to have it just audio.
We'll help you afterwards.
But we'll to help you afterwards, and we can reply in text form. Anywho, Ant and Dec. I don't know too much about this. Basically, Ant Declan. What's his name? What was his name? Ant Patel. Whatever his bloody name is. Anthony, the big four-headed bloke that had a problem.
Was it partly ting?
Partling ting or something.
Palmeton.
Whatever. Ant from Ant and Dec, as you all know, no one's going to know his real full name anyway. No one gives a shit that much, but no one cares. So, this is hard. Ant from Ant and Dec, the one with the big forehead, the taller one. He black hair. He had an alcohol problem, as a lot of people do know, and I think he was addicted to painkillers as well. And he went to rehab last year, or maybe just at the end of the year before. He went to rehab to get it all sorted out, and everyone was quite worried because he's a sort of a beloved UK presenter. In the UK, he's quite famous, and people do genuinely quite like Ant and Dec. They're like a they're like a band of brothers. There haven't been as many people like them. They're really good presenters. They've been working together for like the last 20 years or something stupid. They're basically what Dick and Dom wanted to be.
Yeah,
they're the adult Dick and Doms, because Dick and Doms did a lot of the children's shows and then just disappeared off the face of the earth. So anyway, Anthony even was recently, yesterday I think it was arrested for DUI, for drink driving, driving under the influence, which means he's now back on the alcohol and potentially back on the sleeping pills or drugs, we don't know, and he's confirmed he's going back to rehab, and it's a shame. It's a shame because everyone thought he'd done it really well, and
turnover.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if this is true. Didn't someone die close to him? I think like his girlfriend or fiance or something like that. I think. I'm not sure if that's true. I could be talking actual rubbish. I know that's obviously happened to other sort of people in fame over the years, and they've sort of gone off the rails. But I think, if I remember correctly, something quite tragic happened to him, and that's why he started doing the drinking and the painkillers. But I can you look it up on your phone? Or...
I read the biography.
Oh, did you?
I read that biography when I was a kid. And I was like,
I don't know. This was recent. I'm saying, right. not ages ago.
I should find it for it.
But basically, do you want that? You can keep the chat doing here quickly. But yeah, it's so it didn't go well. I don't know what his name is. Oh, it is McPartlin, and McPartlin.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about it? About going back to that kind of that state?
It's a shame because people try so hard to get past one thing, or and then all it takes is one downhill question spiral, opportunity to kind of go back to what they used to be. Unfortunately, that's how I feel on the topic.
Yeah, it's not great when that kind of stuff happens, and it's a real shame when people beat an addiction or beat a disease or beat anything and it comes back. It's the same, with absolutely anything. It could be obesity, it can be it can be cancer, it can be alcoholism, smoking, drugs. When someone beats it and they genuinely do beat it and do really well, and everyone's proud of them, and you can't believe they've gone through this really hard part in their life, it's always in many ways worse when they slip back into it, when they sort of had that relapse, because it's really sad to see such good progress not go to waste, because it would be easier for him, I'd imagine, coming back from it this time around. But it's such a shame to see it slip, because you just wonder what is going on in that poor person's life for that to have happened again. Because everyone goes, oh, he's rich, he has loads of money, he must have the high life. But, money doesn't solve all problems. Yeah, sure. Money
sells a hell of a lot.
It sells a hell of a lot. But if you've been living with money for the last 30 years, you get complacent and then you just stop appreciating money.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big shame when it does happen. And when they come back from that, I do genuinely wish the bloke all the best in his recovery, because it's horrible. Alcoholism is not a joke, and it's bloody horrible. So it's a shame that he's going through this, whatever is going on in his life that we may or may not know about, because I don't really know a lot about him personally.
Yeah.
It's a real big shame.
Yeah, it is. Like you look at someone like Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, good example.
Who like completely spun his life around.
Yeah, he did amazing, didn't he? I mean, look at him now. He's like the highest. He's been like the highest
Yeah.
paid actor for like the last couple of years. Well, he was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, if you look at you look at it, all it is just going back on all the hard work you've done. It's pretty much the bottom line of it. All that hard work that you've done and put so much time into, you've now have to come out of it and say, oh well, it's not true.
Well, it depends. Like because he came out of rehab, how long did it last before he started drinking again? Did it just start recently, or has it been going on for like the last 6 months? So he's only really been out for a month successfully. We don't know how successful he was before he had the relapse, and it's a big old shame. But unfortunately, that's the thing with addiction; it's hard to beat. And he must have just come out too early. Obviously, he had commitments with Celebrity or whatever.
Yeah.
And he just came out too early. He should have stayed in there for like another 6 months, a year, whatever he needed to do, and should have just thought, well, the money's the money, but I've got to just do what I've got to do.
Yeah. Weird. Right. Okay. Let me use my phone. Sorry about the mic. You have to live with it. Right. I've got a couple of great topics in the bowl.
How was he walking his dog? Should we have a quick catch up just while you're looking at your topics, or are you ready to jump straight into it? You look gormless, bro.
I'm trying to I'm trying to freaking get it to load up.
For audio listeners, imagine a wet sock with a face and hair on it, and then imagine it just sort of slumping over and little googly eyes dropping to the bottom of the little eyes, looking really sad for themselves, and the eyelids just sort of slanting over a little bit. And then just imagine that sock sort of dragging its face along the floor for a couple of minutes and then looking at you. That's the best way to explain that.
Should I lead on to the scary thing that happened today? This is completely serious, and I swear on my life this is completely serious. And it's serious because I've perked up and I've propped myself forward a little bit. I spent all night last night listening to a conspiracy theory podcast, revolving around the Illuminati.
Okay.
Now, where I'm not sleeping well, and today, over the last night, I haven't slept at all, I'm quite sleep deprived. I was standing at the bottom of the London Bridge waiting to get on the train, and two guys dressed up in suits started walking straight towards me. Like, straight towards me in a straight line, staring directly at me, walking towards me. So the train pulled up, I bolted onto the train, and then I was like breathing really heavily, and then I was tripping out my absolute, it must have been like a, what's it called, hallucination.
It must have been, dude.
But I was tripping.
Like, maybe there were two guys in suits because you're in London and it's a Tuesday, but maybe they were just walking, talking, but in your head they were looking at you, because...
That was...
I don't know, bro.
Dude, I was sweating. I was sweating. That's how bad it was. That's how real it was. I was full on sweating, and you know how cold it is in London today.
Yeah, freezing, bro.
Dude, it was bad. It was, and I was like panicking. I was like, surprised my heart didn't leap out of my chest.
Just imagine like two guys imagine like you drop something on the floor just behind you, and there's two guys like, oh, I better tell this guy he's dropped something. Hey, you've dropped something. You're like on the train as the doors closed, they pick up your bag. They're like, bro.
God,
that is
good lord,
crazy shit.
And it's just where I'm asleep deprived, and I was hallucinating, or what's it called?
Hallucinating.
And honestly, just crazy. All right. Anyway, sorry. So, then you're going to talk about the airplane disappearing, dude. They know. Okay. So this is a controversial topic. Controversial topic alert. You're going to hate me in 10 minutes. Now, I was just listening to the Joe Biden podcast, and they were talking about Harvey Weinstein and
what podcast, though?
the Joe Biden podcast.
Okay,
great podcast. Second best to MAViSMITH.
What, before H3 and Rooster Teeth and all that? They're better than both of those.
sorry, just to refer to the chat, Mav, don't do drugs, okay? If this happens without a good reason, then imagine what will happen if Mav gets high. No, I'm good. I've done it before. But what I'm saying is just, dude, sleep is so important.
Sleep is very important.
So important. Anyway, so
I can't think of any drug that you look like you're on right now. You just look like
death.
Like gormless. Like there's just I'm looking at you and I honestly don't see any reaction. Like I think like I'm looking at like an empty. You could be dead and I would look at you the same way right now. Like with your eyes open, I just there's like nothing behind them. They're like glazed over.
Oh man. Did you say non-motive podcast? Yeah, the Joe Budden one. Anyway, so they were talking about Harvey Weinstein, and one of them raised a good point. If Harvey Weinstein or Stein, what is it, Stein, says, you know, give me head and I'll give you the lead role in a film.
Yep.
The girl then.
I'm sucking that. What?
The girl then gives head.
Yeah.
And he gets her the main role.
Yeah.
Is that a transaction?
Yes.
Can she go to court? #MeToo movement, the social media interwebs, and claim for sexual assault? Because he may be using his power wrongly, which is a different thing.
But he hasn't forced her. He's just said, if you don't do this, you won't get this.
Well, yeah, and he's just like, if you want the part, you know, suck a dick.
It's like saying in some way. Lumpy balls. Thank you for following. And
demonetized.
For any audio listeners, we just had a lovely new follower by the name of Lumpy Balls. Thank you. Welcome to the channel, bro.
Thanks for following, bro.
Put it this way: if Harvey Weinstein said to someone, not sex related, if he had said, "Okay, I want someone dead. You go and murder this person, and I'll give you the lead role in this film," and they did it. Congratulations. And they did it. Obviously, they go down for murder. But then would they turn around and expect some sort of something bad to happen or something bad? You know, so would Harvey Weinstein. He would also go down because it was his hit, technically. So both of them would be arrested. The point is, they're both at fault. If he said to someone, "Give me head or you don't get this lead role," then they have a choice. He's not pushed them off the cliff. He's not hanging them off the cliff and saying, he hasn't done, although it's wrong and it's despicable, and he should still be prosecuted or he should still be punished for doing that. At the end of the day, saying that he physically sexual harassed someone, well, no, sexual harass, I'd say yes, but rape, no, because it's not rape if he hasn't forcefully done it. If he said, it's this, that in many ways, and this is probably quite controversial to say, but it's similar to prostitution. He's given someone something, such as product or, not money in this case, but he's providing something. He's providing someone with something they want and technically, they need and may very well want, which leads to a financial benefit. But in this case, it's a role in a film. So it's a job. He's giving someone a job for a service, a sexual service. That woman making that choice, saying, yes, I'll do it because I want the lead role. That was her decision. Yeah. In my opinion, I'm not necessarily saying He's in the right because what he did is horrible, despicable, and he should be bloody shot for it, in my opinion. Yeah. But it doesn't make her right by saying that. By her saying I should be able to win this case, that no, you're it's if you're looking at it like contribution negligence, and you were saying, right, well, how much does she contribute to the negligence or contribute to this happening, this result? You'd probably look at it in a way that she's probably like 10-20% and he's like 80 or whatever. He's still very much showing the wrong for instigating it, but he didn't have a gun against her head at the end of the day. She had the choice, either do it and get a job or report him. And I'm like,
or go back to like Azizi Ansari, who they were like, well, you didn't do it, and it sounds awfully similar when he was like, he weren't pushing it. Yes, he was, he was bad at things, is what she was saying, but he didn't push her to do anything.
No, I mean, and it's taken her word over his, because technically she could have offered him to do it and then he could have accepted it, and he still would have been seen as sleazy. If she had said, "Oh, I'll sleep with you if you give me the lead role," and then he said yes, he technically hasn't instigated it, but he's still just as sleazy because he's still going ahead with it to give a job
Yeah.
to someone by taking a sexual favor. I mean, they even hint at that kind of behaviour in. I know it's going to sound really weird, but in Friends, when Rachel was like, "Oh, how that officer pretty," and she's like flirting with him and showing a bit of shoulder or whatever, bit of shoulder. Like that's not the same thing, obviously, but it's similar in the way that she's trying to flirt and sexually make the person sexually interested to get out of a speeding ticket. Well, it's all to do with financial benefit of her not having to pay it by providing, the instigation of providing sex. She didn't provide sex. She just sort of showed a bit of shoulder and did a bit of flirting. But the principle's still there. So where do you draw the line, Matt? Where do you draw the line?
I hate the witch hunt. I'm not gonna lie, because I have a friend that was accused of rape, and his life was ruined. Then it came out that she was lying. She got nothing for it, and his life is still ruined. So it's always quite a touchy subject with me. Um, so I just wanted to kind of gauge your reaction because um, it is
I don't make the girl in the wrong at all. I'm not saying she was in the wrong, and
no,
I'm not saying
no,
Harvey
she's not in the
Weinstein should get
wrong,
away with
but
it. But
she can't do anything about it.
I don't think she has the right
If
to
you
sit there and say,
if you get down on your knees, the only reason you're doing that, whether you like it or not, is to get the role. The idea that you might get the role. That idea will carry you through that process. That's the she did not walk into that room and go, this guy's quite fit. Let me suck his dick. No.
everything up to the sexual act was on him. Everything after it was on her.
The fact that she did it.
It was her choice. At the end of the day, I know people saying she might not have had a choice, but it wasn't like he was saying, "Do this," or "I'm kicking out your house," or "Do this," and I'm gonna, take your children away from you, or something stupid like that. He's literally saying, "If you want this job, you have to do a job for me."
Yeah.
That
Wow.
And unfortunately, it's crude and it's horrible and disgusting and despicable and all those horrible things, yeah. But everything before it happening was on him, and he's a sleazy piece of shit, and he deserves to be put in prison for everything else he's done anyway. But on this one specific instance, she is partly to blame. I'm sorry, and at the end of the day, you go into court, it's you can't sit there and go, well, he forced me, because he didn't. There was no forcing. True. There was no forceful act. That's why, in my opinion, as much it might not be a popular opinion, it's not rape, and it isn't. He didn't force himself upon her. He offered a job, and she accepted it by performing the sexual act. I'm sorry, but if you're desperate enough to do that, then I don't understand. I can't speak for her her position that she was in at that time. Like, as in financially, she might have really needed the money, or she might have lost her house. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the point still stands that she made that choice. Unfortunately, and you have to take some responsibility for that. So you can't go saying that he raped me or whatever and try and claim financial benefit from it, because you're not entitled to it.
So Mel just said people lying about rape doesn't mean people who have been shouldn't come forward. I'm not saying that. Great.
Who is this? Who's making these accounts?
That's great. Whatever you do in your free time, bro. No. Thanks for following, dude. So I've lost my train of thought now.
Well, it's from
Oh yeah, people lying about rape doesn't mean that people who have been shouldn't come forward. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, as soon as the R word is mentioned, that guy's life is over.
Well,
whether you like it or not, that guy's life is over. As soon as you mention it, if they're not a big name celebrity that can get coverage and whatnot, like, yeah.
Listen, I mean, if that was the only allegation against him, I'd be inclined to sort of say, well, he shouldn't be going to prison for as much time as he has been. Yeah. If that was the only allegation, this one was the only one, let's say. Or let's change it from Harvey Weinstein and say some other person in Hollywood did this, and that was the only case of them doing it. They said, I'll give you this job if you do this. Yeah. And Sarah's very much so right, it's a power play. If that was the only thing that he had done wrong, then I don't sit there and think that he necessarily should go should get the sentence that he's got now, and the fine and all that, and basically his life's ruined. But in this case, he deserves everything because of the other things he's done. Yeah. But if you were just looking at it by a case-by-case basis on this specific case, No, I don't think he deserves anywhere near the amount of repercussions he got now if it was just this one case. Because I'm sorry, there is that very much so that there's you got to draw a line between how far you go before you say, right, well, this person deserves no more life, and unfortunately that instance doesn't instigate that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
There's both negligence on both sides. Both people are wrong in some ways, not equally. Granted, it's about 80% towards the bloke and 20% towards the woman, but she still did that, and that was a choice. No one
Yeah.
forced it. No one had a gun against the head.
Yeah, I just wanted to see your kind of reaction to just just see what your reaction was on the whole idea of just if like it's such a hard
It's a
and Sarah
yeah.
said it's a taboo subject and it is.
Yeah, and it's a very hard subject to talk about, and people don't like talking about it. And I think what Mel said was very much one of our viewers, for anyone that's listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, whatnot. Um, one of our viewers very much so pointed out that just because people are lying about rape, and you have people coming out about that. Oh, there goes my phone. Good night, Rosie. Just because people are lying about and fabricating truths to try and manipulate money and potential gain out of celebrities that may or may not have done things to them in the past, and try and bring these cases up. It takes one person to bury someone's career. Someone, a female or male, could go up to Robert Downey Jr. and say, "Give me $100,000, or I'm going to say that you or however much money, or I'm going to say that you did this sexual act on me." I wouldn't be surprised if someone in Hollywood these days would pay it, because even if it's not true, someone coming out and say it would start an investigation, and their career
Yeah.
could be ruined, even if they haven't done it.
Yeah.
But no, I think what Mel said is very right. It shouldn't stop anyone coming forward, though.
No,
Yes,
definitely.
it's wrong to lie about it, and it's wrong to come out and say it's not true. And unfortunately, there's always that risk that people won't necessarily believe you if you say it, especially when it's a celebrity now, because there's so many people doing it. Coming out of the woodwork, after one comes out, you get like
Yeah.
another 10. So it's hard with a celebrity. But in general, if anyone ends up listening to this that has ever suffered any kind of sexual attack or harassment or rape, whatever, don't suffer in silence ever. Always come forward. Always speak up and say something. There's nothing. There's no reason why. I know that a lot of them think that a lot of people that suffer that thing think that there is a reason, but there realistically there absolutely should not be no reason, as in don't be silly, just do it. Like, I know it's really hard and it's really difficult for some people, where they turn around and they say, well, it might be someone that they genuinely think they love, or it might be something that they don't want to ruin their life, or they're scared, or they're whatever. There's so many reasons why people don't come forward, and it's really sad. And they should, and no one should ever feel like they can't speak up for that kind of situation, just because of what's going on in Hollywood right now, and in general about the stigma about people that are lying about it. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so we're not trying to advocate anything or any sexual act or any act that's happened by Harvey Weinstein or anyone that's done similar things. Of course, we're not advocating that or even agreeing with it, but there is a line where you say, how much are you willing to ruin someone's life?
No,
Because it works both ways. Both people's lives are ruined. If it's not true, the person the allegations that their life is ruined, hands down. If it is true, the person that says its life was already ruined when it happened. And it's a really horrible sort of situation to be on either side of the spectrum. So be honest, but come forward and just say something. Speak up.
Yeah, it's bad. I've got loads of topics to talk about, but I've got a big day tomorrow, and if I haven't slept since yesterday, since 2 nights ago, so I we should really call it, and you know, unfortunately, but I've got loads of topics for next week.
Do you want to do one more? Or do you want to, it's only been an hour. Do you want to just get we had a bit of do you want to do one more? And you can do some more talking, because I feel like I've been talking for the last hour.
Yeah, this has been a lame podcast. I'm sorry. I'm just knackered, and we wanted to do the podcast. We don't want to not do the podcast. We're 31 in. We've only missed 2 in the whole time of us being here.
I think I was on holiday at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I don't want to you know, for the sake of staying up for an extra hour and maybe falling asleep on stream in front of all of our viewers, it's worth it.
Rather than doing your topic, why don't we do one that someone's requested?
Yeah, what did Mel ask? Because it was, I can't remember what it was now.
I will go back and find out. There was a few that was asked. Obviously, we spoke about Ant, which I believe was Alina's request. Light's request, sorry. There was one that was asked by Melanie, and I'm going through the messages and I'm just seeing pictures of the finger, so that's grim. And now cats, and back to the finger. Okay, I can't find the. I can't find the topic you wanted us to talk about. What's going on?
How have you got emails?
Yeah, have you got that many emails?
Crazy. You're tripping. I can't remember what the topic was. What is that? What does that say?
Oh, that was it. Scone or scone?
Yeah. What's the fastest cake in the world? Scone.
Moving on.
That was me checking it. No, I've a few quick topics. Do you see the Katy Perry kiss?
Did we just scroll straight over scone or scone?
I answered it.
Oh, with scone.
Yeah, scone or scone. Scone.
So in the UK, it's definitely scone. Just flat out, it's scone, and I would live by scone. Although I will admit that I said scone up to the age of 14, maybe. I called it a scone.
I use scone.
It's definitely scone.
Nah.
But I've
conversation
said scone. I said scone all the way up to when I was about 13, 14. But yeah, no. Okay, next topic. Go bang. Go sweet.
Katie, did you see the whole Katy Perry X Factor?
I haven't seen it, but I have heard about it. So, do you know?
Yeah. Do you know, what do you know? Would you?
Well, from what I know, she kissed a contestant like a kid.
Well, no. He was saving himself for his girlfriend,
and he said he hadn't kissed anyone before. And then she said, "Come on down, I'll give you a kiss."
Yeah.
And then they kissed,
and he felt uncomfortable. He walks up to her, stands there, leans his cheek in, receives a kiss, doesn't like it, feels uncomfortable.
Does he not like it there and then and feel uncomfortable, or did he just do it?
He didn't like it after.
So again, comes down to choice. However, if you're on stage in front of thousands of people and someone that you look up to says it, you might feel pressured.
It wasn't live. It wasn't like it wasn't a big one.
Oh, it's just. I think you still feel pressured when you're on camera and someone says something. They probably, I think you feel pressured. You right there?
It's not going down. It's not going down. Phone is not going
We
down.
here at MAViSMITH cannot even get the staff, not even ourselves.
Yeah, today's a bad day.
A second ago, when I was talking about scone, I turned and your eyes were like this, and I was like, he's fucking falling asleep. He's gone. He's gone.
I'm scone, bro.
He's gone.
I'm passing out. But no, it is scone. Yeah, no, I just don't want people to think that it's all girl based in a sense of, oh, it's girls ruining guys' lives with accusations, because that seems to be a thing going around with all the accusations coming out now against people. There aren't really many against girls, and I don't want people to be like, oh well, it's just.
Who has this many email accounts? I'm not even going to say thank you anymore because I know it's one of our regulars doing it.
Sweaty Balls just joined to have a nice evening with MAViSMITH and got laughed at and accused. That was it. A lot of people kind of they kind of talk about how it's always girls launching accusations at men, when he clearly walked up to her. He knew what was going to happen. He knew how it was going down. Still been in, got a kiss. Is he in the wrong, or is Katy Perry in the wrong? He was
Right.
saving himself for.
Right, how old was he? 14, wasn't he?
No, 18, 19.
No, he wasn't. I think he was 14. I remember it being a taboo thing because he was really young. I'm pretty sure he was 14. 11. He was not 11. Surely not.
Crazy.
Katy Perry. I'm going to check now just while I'm here. Katy Perry.
But like he does lean his cheek in, and she grabs his cheek and kisses him on the lips. But,
Oh, no. 19-year-old man.
I thought he was of age.
Yeah. So I was going to say, if he was 11 or 14, 100% Katy Perry. The kid's a kid. He doesn't know what's going on. He's going to be pressured by adults saying do something. He's going to feel like he should do it to get ahead in the competition. And he's going to just feel pressure to do that. He's a kid, doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, Katy Perry, 100%. A 19-year-old bloke, a geezer, a fella, a dude, a man, a fully grown bloke going in and kissing a very attractive woman or getting kissed by an attractive woman just because she said to go there. If he truly felt uncomfortable, he could have just said no. I still think Katy Perry offered it. At the end of the day, she's being nice. Like, I think you have to take it with a pinch of salt. She was trying to be friendly and saying, "Oh, I'll give you a kiss," because she knows he's attractive and she knows a lot of blokes in the world will be like, "Oh my god, he got a kiss from Katy Perry.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm so jealous. I'll give my right arm all that shit." So, I think realistically, he's made that choice. Yeah, she's very attractive. You're right there, bro.
Mate, I'm fucking just dropped. Holy shit, yeah.
She's really attractive. Katy
Perry?
Yeah.
You're tripping.
Do you not like her?
No, you're tripping.
Katie, I've got your back.
No, Katy Perry, you're ugly as shit. You're just tripping. That's hilarious. Nah. It's a no from me.
But I think, actually, I've got mixed reports. I've got 20-year-old singer now. But I think, no, I think
29-year-old singer.
He's made that choice. And he's gone in and given her a little smoochy smooch, and she's given him a little smoochy smooch. And at the end of the day, he can sit there and go, "I was saving myself. I'm an honest Christian boy." Then don't go forward and kiss her. If you're truly against it, then you wouldn't. No amount of pressure would force you to. If you were truly against it, I feel like he's done that, and someone said to him, "Oh, why have you done that?" And blah blah blah. And he's gone, "Oh, I can kick up a stick." Did he? He didn't even get through. He got turned down afterwards, so he's obviously pissed off about it. So he's probably gone home and gone, "I'm a great singer. Screw those guys." And can't believe she kissed me. I'm going to do her in about that, and then started this controversy. So I waste time.
Yeah, it's
Wow, 100 followers. XOX just started following us.
Yeah. Car said, "How are me and Matt agreeing at the same time? What's happening?" Bria's heart.
Katie's lovely. Thank you, Sarah.
No. Katie.
Brie is a babe. Who's Brie?
Katy Perry with her short hair looks.
Isn't Brie cheese?
Alison Brie, right?
I just thought Brie was cheese. My head went straight to cheese. Sorry. My little Brie. The best in the community.
But yeah.
Is she on American Idol, Brie? I'm assuming that's why we spoke about her. What's her name? Alison Brie. I'm assuming that's why her name's been brought up.
I think with short hair she's still hot, but I like the longer hair look. Oh, 100%. Katy Perry, the short haired Katy Perry has crazy eyes.
Yeah, but
she does.
Everyone loves a little bit of crazy.
Never stick your dick in crazy.
Brie, yeah, she's alright. She looks old. How old is she?
Just?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she's right.
Yeah.
Still Katy Perry, my girl, though.
That's what I had for short topics. I want to speak about Hotel Cecile next.
For sure, Katy Perry looked better with longer hair, but I like the short hair look. I think she looks bombing.
So that threw me off now. What was we talking about before? Some weird ass name followed us on Twitter.
We were talking about Katy Perry. I don't know. She kissed a girl and she liked it. Apparently,
didn't like it, and it was a guy, 19-year-old guy.
Or, no, I don't know.
Yeah, 18-year-old guy.
Okay, where are we going with this? Are we done? Are we calling it?
I reckon we should call it because it's
You're
going
dying, aren't
downhill
you?
from
You
here.
are.
I'm done.
I think you've honestly. I think I've probably said more words in this podcast than. No, I think you've said less words in this podcast than people that have never been in it have said. I think genuinely, I think Mel in the chat has said more words in the chat than you have on this podcast.
When Carl's on the podcast, I think even he said more words. To be fair, he had the long story, but short story.
Oh, that was honestly. I wish we still had that. That was honestly freaking hilarious.
Do you sit or stand when you wipe?
I'm a sitter.
Yeah, sitter.
I think a lot of people stand, and I think they are. It's actually when I think there was a question that was asked, and it was almost a 50-50 split. I think people that stand are absolutely barbaric, to use your term.
Love it.
Because the second you stand, and it's disgusting as it sounds, I mean, we're already going to shit humour now. So the second you stand, you're smudging. You are smudging, and and you don't get it properly. You don't get it all. It's horrible. I don't understand. People that stand don't get it all. And then you sit down, you make sure you're clean, your cleanliness. No.
Yeah.
No, it's people that stand are
no swearing has gone out the window.
Yeah, it really has. It's flown, hasn't it?
It's hard because we're so used to it.
It's part of my vocabulary because it makes things funnier. Like, do you know what I mean? If I
fucking Chucky.
Exactly. If I said, "Oh, they stood up and there's a bit of poo there," I mean that's somewhat funny. But then you stand up and you go, "Oh, there's shit between the arse cheeks." It's like you have a little bit of a chuckle. It's a bit funnier than not saying
there's
it.
There's a bit of fecal matter between the butt cheeks.
Some feces. Bit of feces. Some feces. I know it's feces, all right? I know someone's going to call me out about that. I know it's feces.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ, but feces.
But yeah, never give up swearing. I feel like we should leave it for the podcast, and everything else will.
We laugh more at the poo sentence. Okay. Okay.
We laughed more at the poo.
Are you watching together? Are you and Sarah, Mel and Sarah?
I think.
Say
so.
Poop. Say poop though. Poop. Bit of poop. Poop is too rude.
How did you even come to this topic?
Alina.
It's all Alina. It's all gone downhill. I mean, it's pushing 40 hours awake time for me. So I'm to the point now where I'm done. I'm seeing darkness. I can see a small dot real far away from my eye, and it's slowly getting bigger and bigger. My eye is just going to be a complete darkness soon. I'll tell you that now. And I can't receive my phone call, so I'm going to just pause because I'm professional.
Professional sleeper. You better. Okay, so
yeah, sorry about that, guys. We'll make up for it.
Always end on poop.
It was end up poop.
Is this the over honest stage? Okay, how big's your dick?
I tell you what, guys. We may do an extra podcast, whether it's only 45 minutes long to an hour long, because I've got something that will take a good half hour to talk about, 45 minutes to talk about.
I thought you spoke the dick question. I was like, bloody hell, we don't need an hour to talk about that. A couple of seconds.
Do we not? What's the question?
How large is your
okay, so I'm gonna need 3 hours.
3 hours? Okay.
No.
I'll be about 5 seconds.
On Saturday when we do our long stream in the evening, we might do an hour's little bonus podcast for y'all.
Yeah, well,
maybe we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get some people down as a special guest.
Should we talk about Patreon quickly? Just the general idea. No,
save it for rebrand. Rebrand comes with all new.
Rebrand comes with a lot of new stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you that now. But yeah, again, apologies of the seriously slow. But we just wanted to get the podcast out. We didn't want to miss it, and obviously, hopefully, you guys have found it somewhat funny to hear me ramble on about. I can't remember. I honestly, no word of a doubt, cannot remember anything of what we spoke about. Like, I'm being serious. I can't remember anything that we spoke about, unfortunately. One of our viewers, Farns, has put funny made it to a podcast session, bro. We're going off, unfortunately.
You just missed it, bro.
You just missed it, and it hasn't been a good one because I'm I'm asleep right now.
We had some really good topics, but Matt was pretty much sleeping the whole time.
Yeah, dude. If you go back and watch this, I'm like, you think I'm joking? Lit. I was like this.
Right,
the entire way through it.
The music's rolling. All
right, cool. So we'll do a bonus. We'll do a bonus podcast some point over the weekend. Be about 45 minutes long to an hour long. It's not going to be a full length 2-hour podcast, but just a little bonus for you guys, just to have as an apology for how much of a shit show this has been.
Don't start offering that, because we have to do it for every stream we do.
Nah, not every stream's a shit show. Only 1 in 6 months. That's our allowed time. Now, fans, if you want a good laugh, you can look at the credits and look at all the accounts that followed us. So, yeah, I hope you're ready for this.
Right, we're going to roll the credits, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night. Be safe. We will see you on... Oh. Do you know what the reference is, Mel? I bet if you don't know what the reference is, you have to donate £1,000.
If you know what the reference is, Mel, you know, you're in.
Right, yeah. See you later, everyone. Have a fantastic evening. Be safe.
Podcast number 31.
Thank you for being here, and see you on Thursday for plays.
Thursday plays, not tomorrow. Thursday.
Bish
bash bosh. Real good streams.
Damn good streams.